Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Opal Unicorn, and I wanted to talk today about my own toy designs. So I am a toy designer, a plushie toy designer, and I've worked at many toy companies, and I started off working at Jack's Pacific, not doing toys, but girls dolls. And from there, ended up working at a company called Applause LLC, which no longer exists. You can Google it. And it was a high-end gift company where they specialized in really high-end plush. And that company was run in a very, very different way than the toy companies like Hasbro or Mattel or Jack's Pacific that I ended up working at in the toy industry in my time as a toy designer in the business when I worked for other companies. But I got my expertise at designing plushies from Applause, and the quality, the factories they used, the history, the legacy that they have. These are not from Applause. These are my Care Bears that I designed. These are prototypes that I created for the Care Bears in company that runs the Care Bears back in the 2000s. And I have to think, because my ADHD, I forget things, but that company was called American Greetings. Yeah. And they were the ones who created the Care Bears. And they were actually, and still are, a greeting card business. And so the big difference between like a toy company like Hasbro or Mattel and a gift company like Applause, or a greeting card company like American Greetings, is that there are different types of products and distributions and sales and all of this business side of it that changes how design works. And as a plushie designer, I got to do a lot more high-end quality products working for gift companies than I got to working for larger companies. And so when I was working at Hasbro, I was the lead designer working contact for American Greetings. And the guy in charge there, I have to think about his name. I don't even know if it matters at this point, but it's probably better for privacy. I don't tell people anybody's names anyway. But we were working for a long time, and we wanted to make these big heads. So this is before the Care Bears went with big heads, because this is early 2000. And so my prototypes are the first big heads that they came out with, but they never made it to market. Later on, a very similar pattern came out to market, but mine didn't. And by the way, this is like the story of my life, but I do want to share with you guys. So before I left Hasbro, I made sure to take all of my, oh, and where's Lucky? So this is Sleepy Time Bear. This is my, and the reason why they decided not to go with it was because I chose this coarser pile. It's this coarse, but if you could see, it's just so, it's a little bit stiff, but in the stiffness there's this quality in it, like almost like a wool, felted wool. And there's always an excuse for when they don't want to push something through for money reasons. And I really put a lot of quality into these, and this was going through Hasbro at the time. Bigger companies, and then they end up cost cutting things to death, and the quality of products just aren't the same. Which is why I really love all the plushies that are coming out these days, you guys, and why we have to collect them all. But anyways, I'm gonna do another video where I'll show all of the individual ones. But thank you for watching. These are my plushies that I designed from Hasbro from the early 2000s. I believe it was 2000 and 2007, 2008. Yeah. 2008, around there, 2007. So I was working on these around 2007. And I have to find Lucky. Where is Lucky? I left him inside the cabinet. I'm going to get him at some point and share all of these. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Sometimes, you know, all these toys, they come out in these big corporate factories, and, you know, way before the times we were doing these, I was working on big head things before they were popular and before big heads were what we kind of look at style-wise in design for plushies or for animations, big eyes and plushies. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is Opal Unicorn, and see you in the next video. Bye.